Does your partner overreact and become defensive when you ask a simple question? If you're suspicious of your partner's behavior, here are 4 telltale signs to confirm the lies. Number 1. Excessive body language. If your partner is fidgety, touches their face more than usual, or blinks like a strobe light, the story you're hearing is likely not true. Before confronting a lying spouse, consider how you'll respond. If the outcome is the worst of your thoughts, an affair, can you be reasonable and wonder why your partner is having an affair? Perhaps you've been away too much and your partner could be missing companionship and affection. The lie may be a different type of cover-up. Maybe it's too shameful to tell the truth about that second job because your spouse made a wrong investment move and lost all your money. While Stoicism is all about living a life of virtue, once the lying deed is done, that point is moot. Marcus Aurelius said, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I'm about to criticize?" The key is to bring up the issue and discuss without judgment or shame. Question without starting your sentence with "why." Why immediately puts a person on the defense because it's a veiled attack. Asking why he didn't call sooner or why she didn't have her phone on is already saying you don't believe the answer. Number 2. Evasive responses or changing the subject. Do you detect a deliberate avoidance in your partner's response? When any answer will get your spouse in trouble, the easy way out is to be vague. Being ambiguous and avoiding the subject allows for denial in a later conversation. "I never said that," or "you took that out of context." Maybe your partner feels this lie isn't such a big deal, but knows your standards are different and doesn't want to get into the argument about the right and wrong of it. Confusionism agrees that some lies can be good. Most famously, in the Confucius Analects, it suggested that it's good for a son to lie to protect his father from prosecution for a non-violent crime. You're not likely to be so agreeable about the lie, but remember to face your partner in a non-confronting way. Confronting with anger will put them in a defensive state. Number 3. Too much detail. Maybe the story is a little too elaborate and it doesn't quite add up. Your partner volunteers details that normally don't matter. Over-explaining in any situation is a good sign someone is evading the answer or outright lying. Talk about how this makes you feel, rather than accusing your spouse with "you always say that." When you express how sad and frustrated this makes you feel, your partner is likely to empathize and you can get to a solution. Find the "how do we make this work?" According to modern-day Stoic philosopher Massimo Pigliucci, most of us will never become moral saints, but we can strive to become better by acknowledging our faults rather than just feeling shameful about them. Acceptance and forgiveness is key to inner peace and growth. While forgiveness may be possible, some lies are just too big to accept. Agree to part in a calm way. You'll both be sad, but acknowledge that separating is the best course of action. Staying calm enables you to move on without the stress of hating your ex and without the high cost of lawyer litigation. Number 4. Angry and defensive. When your partner becomes indignant and outraged, it's a good sign they're not telling the truth. Coming back with a strong response, turning the tables on you, will put you on the defense, and your mind has to think of a reasonable answer while you've perhaps been snooping around and checking up. A strong offense is a great defense. Buddha quoted, "Forgiveness doesn't excuse the behavior. Forgiveness, or perhaps leniency, prevents the behavior from destroying your heart." If you've been too hurt to forgive the other, you may prefer the word leniency or compassion. Try to understand, at least somewhat, what your partner was thinking. Blow off your own anger before confronting your partner. A drink with a friend, a couple of days away, just some distance between you and the lie is a good start to a calmer head. If you decide to get counseling and move on, don't bring the lie up over and over. Reminding your partner about past lies will certainly result in many arguments and eventually lead to the dreaded path of divorce. Listen to your spouse's explanation and try to understand why they lied. Understanding and forgiveness are the only way to truly give the relationship another go. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped your situation.